Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. How you guys doing? Man, how you guys doing? We had a great coaching session this morning with Terry Baker, and the rest of the Strat Warriors will go in there and watch that coaching session. Good morning, Jimmy from Instagram. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Did I push the... yeah, it's there. You guys see me. Can you see me now? Hi. Yeah, there you go. Beach Bum is in the house. They see me. You guys see me. All right. If you didn't know this was a live show, it is a live show. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. If you don't know who I am the Strat Soldier. I help people increase their income by creating winning positions in the stock market by showing a trading system called the Strat. They help you learn how to create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops without losing your real life, your money, or your time, okay? That's what I do. I had a really good one-on-one on Thursday. That was awesome. Shout out to Sri. He did, it was great. He also got the Strat Camp webinar, so that's awesome. He's going to be learning the Strat in full. And if you're learning about, if you want to learn about actionable signals, go check out the execution course. Cedric says, for all those traders out there, I was really impressed with Strat Soldier's execution course. He explains everything to a T. A lot of questions I had about learning the Strat are explained in the execution course. It's worth it. Don't miss out, all right? So get in there, get that thing, and go check out Combat Loader to get you everything that's on the site. So Beach Bum, Marlon B, Jimmy, Terry Baker in the house. Good morning, good morning. Not a lot going on out there. I know that there's a lot of people, I don't know, there's other people who made money. I'm not saying there was no way to make money out there. I'm just saying it was just odd. It was odd. XLP was the winner for this week. XLP, we'll go look at that. And we'll look for some actionable signals for next week, okay? All right. Let's go to... let's see, let's go to Twitter land, see if there's anything funny out there that happened in Twitter land. No one's gonna call it X. Sorry, Elon. It's been how many years now? 2, maybe 3? No one's calling it X. Sorry, bud, no one's gonna call it X. That's stupid. I got it on X. Dumb. Let's see. All right, let's do it. All right, so now we're in Twitter land. Anything funny happened last week? That's what we're looking for. This guy's talking about the most complex things about this piece of equipment, and daggone it. This guy's like, shout out to Carlos. He's like, this is what it's like when you listen to somebody talk about options for the very first time, because this guy's like just talking about the most highly technical thing. You can barely understand what he's saying. Shout out to Anthony. He is making money in FLNC, Hammer in force, Momo Hammer in force on the week. Doing good there. Shout out to Strat Judge. You will be judged. Shout out to Core8 Trades, K-Love in the house. That's a really good video on how to use the 4-hour. Go check that out. Shout out to Justin Davis, Samuel Adams, Ryan Baker. Maybe not a lot of funny stuff happened. Maybe, I don't know. Anything funny happened last week? Let's see here. We had a lot of gap in. We had a lot of things that went to the highs and got stuck and sat there, especially on Friday. John J. Smith doing great things out there, even though ASTS could keep going. I'm sticking to my rules and selling my last runner at 120% profit since it hit the previous week high. Very good. It was the failed 2 down, 2 up reversal. All right, 2-2 reversal back up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. All right, this was red and then 2 up. All right, he uses these power bars that color things certain ways. Go check out that interview with him. Okay, he talks all about that. Let's see here. We're out here laughing about this. Oh yeah, because I put on here. Let me see here. That one. I was yeah. Space Mobile calling grandma from space. No drop calls. No drop calls from calling grandma from space. Oh man, Mr. F2 Rev out there. Mr. Fail too. All right, he loves that GIF. IBKR again. All right, paid 2-2 reversal back up, hammer in force, did the thing. Shout out to Nigel, new strat trader out here on the scene. All right, doing interesting things. I posted the stock market recap from stock market map from S&P 100, and he's got his own, so that's cool. That's cool. Anything really interesting last week? Not a whole bunch of funny stuff. Raj, hammer time, because QQQ was hammer on the day. I think it was Thursday. Back to the highs. It did go in force, but it went right back down. Okay, red. We'll look at that in just a second. SANM, hammer in force on the week. I necessarily wouldn't call that a hammer, more like an ugly hammer, but it did go 2 up. It did go 2 up on the week. All right, I'm not seeing too much more funny things out here. I like to look at that funny stuff. But again, John Smith, wow, really rocking this week, didn't he? Trading Monster energy drink. Nice doing business with you. Another 2-2 reversal back up. 2 down, 2 up. Doing great things. I see broadening formation here. All right, definitely broadening formation. He says, what do you see, Cyberdog? Broadening formation. All right, I forgot to even reply to that. Let's see here. Nice. That's hilarious. All right. I think that's it for Twitterland. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's it for Twitterland. All right. So, again, not a lot going on this week. We knew during the weekend shift I did on Sunday that there wasn't a lot going on out there, and we had some really, I don't know, I would say ugly, but not the best setups for this week. So we'll look at what happened last week. We did have some good ones. Again, XLP consumer staples to the highs, doing great things, and wow, you know. So let's go check those out. Let's do it. Anybody else in here? No? All right. Let's get to the charts. Let's look at what had happened. All right, here we go. Let's go to multi-view on this one, but SPY Doji on the week. All right, Doji on the week. This is TrendSpider. If you don't have TrendSpider, there's a link in the bio or in the description. You can get you a nice discount on TrendSpider. Okay, so SPY Doji on the week. All right, not a lot going on here. Doji on the week, no actionable signal for next week. This just shows there's no, not either. Number one, it's an outside week. All right, scenario 3, and there's no more aggressive participation group. All right, all of this action is still stuck in here. All right, it's still stuck in here. It is scenario 3, but the buyers aren't up in here and the sellers aren't up in here. Everybody's stuck in this. Okay, weekly, same thing. It did go 2 up on, no, is that inside on the week, but it's definitely inside right here on the price. QQQ, same thing, scenario 3 on the week, and it is red, but I'm getting all the actions again still stuck in here. Doji on the week, no actionable signal for next week. Okay, XLK, Doji on the week. Tech has been just doing nothing since the new year started. Okay, the end of last year and in the beginning of this year, doing nothing. All of this is stuck in all of this. All right, here's your outside bar, all of this stuck in here. So that's really interesting for tech. We'll see when earnings season has started. So when earnings season really gets going, especially for the tech companies, we'll see how they want to perform or how they do perform. 2-2 reversal back up on XLU. Took out a little bit. Didn't get way up in here though. XLE, I was talking about this level of reclaim on the coaching session. Price finally got through all of that. Hopefully it stays out of this. All right. Finally did it. No actionable signal for next week. Labu, inside week for next week. All right, are we going to go to the highs or the lows? Again, there's that doji. XLV. All right, inside on the week. That's definitely an actionable signal for us. We want to see if it goes. Looks like below 155 or above 157.50. All right, so we're going to be looking at healthcare. XRT retail, 2 up on the week, still good. It's been doing great. Yes. All right. Semiconductors, fantastic. All right. And XLP, this is what I was talking about. 3-2 up on the weeks. 3-2 up, blasting through all of this. Wow, that was Pepsi. That was Coca-Cola. That was Mondelez. That was pretty sure Hershey's. I'm pretty sure everything in XLP was going back to the highs. Now that's a defensive name. That is a defensive name. So, we'll see. We'll see if that means something else for the rest of the market, because that's a defensive name. All right. Now going back to the main charts, I want to check out Dow Jones. I'm pretty sure that's a 2 up on the week. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's 2 up on the week. It was just hard to see in that other chart. All right, hard to see. So that was last week in the price action. Not a lot, nothing to really scream at. You know what I mean? Nothing to really scream at. All right, how you guys doing in the chat? If you're awake in the chat, put a 2 in there. If you're awake in the chat, put a 2 in the chat. That's pretty much what happened last week. There's nothing. Not a lot going on. All right, XLU with UVXY. All right, again 2-2 down. That's good, but trading sideways. All right, VXX 2 down, but trading sideways. Dub Jones, he say put that 2 in there. That's funny. That is funny. All right, let's go ahead and go to what happened last week on the weekend shift watch list, and then hopefully this will take us into actionable signals for next week. ARC, all right, did go 2 up, ends as a shooter on the day, so we'll leave that as leftovers for next week. Below $80.67, the magnitude 79.48. Okay. That goes in force. Baba, it did it. Baba did it. Oh. Where's my ding dong? Where's it at? Nope. Where's my sound? There it is. That's the issue. No. All right. I guess we're not doing sounds. Baba 322 back up. All right, through all of this. That's awesome. BK continuing to the highs, ends as a shooter. So we'll see if that probably going to open up inside day right here at 121.31. And if that goes below 118.65, we know what to do. All right, we know what to do. See hammer in. We did go 2 down. All right, here's your really nice big scenario 3 right here. All right, to the lows, but then it came right back up. Here's a real good example of triangle day out. They took them down to the sideways a little bit, but then right back up. All right, so all these people that had puts, they got wrecked. All right, they got wrecked as it went back to the highs. Went back to the highs. Now ending as a hammer, Momo hammer for next week above 119.57. The magnitude is 124. COF, it did go 2 down, but came back up green. Remember green. Remember, we don't want to short things as they're going back up green. All right, we don't want that. Coin didn't really do much. Scenario 3 ends as a shooter on the week below 237.74. The magnitude is 225.94. FTNT, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. 212 down, went and forced below $77.64, and then came all the way down to 57.38, taking out that 57.58, 75.58. Okay. Halliburton to the highs. All right, to the highs, but just didn't do a lot. IBM 312 up, took out these guys. So it's a win. It's a win. KO Coca-Cola. This was green, but came back down red. So we'll see. No actionable signal for next week on that. Well, ugly shooter. It looks like a shooter. Probably going to open up inside on the week right here at $70.98. But if it does go 2 down on the week, it'll be below $70.03. The magnitude's 67.24. McDonald's 22 back up. It did take out this tiny little target. Wanted to see if it kept going, but it did not. All right. Mondelez 322 back up. That was good. That was good, and it hit magnitude on the week. MO, this was a good one for the week. Momo hammer hammer in force above $57.59. Took out all of these. Tried to get back up to 64.56, but did not. Look at this. All right, fantastic. Pepsi, same thing. All right. 2-2 reversal back up on the week above 141.96. Took out all these. All right. Wanted to see if this get back up to 151.90, but it did not. PTC, this one's been hanging around. Shooter and force on the week. Took out the lows. Took out some targets back here. All right. Ending at 166.75. And Q, I put this on here because it was new, it was brand new, and I'm like, okay, we'll see what they want to do. And these charts kept changing through the week. If you're part of the Weekend Shift crew, you saw that. Those charts kept changing through the week. It was weird. I shouldn't have put that on there. W day, all right, 212 down, shooter in force on the Momo shooter in force on the week below 205.09. All right, ends as at 186.86. That was a good one. Waste management did not. Marlon B put this one on here. It did not go 2 up. All right, so there's a lot of questions about. Did a one-on-one session, and then this also came up in the coaching session as well. There's a lot of questions about these failed 2s. Okay. It does not need to be a solid bar. You know, this is a scenario 2 down. All right, that's what you need to understand. This is a scenario 2 down. If we have a scenario 2 that goes above it, that's a 2 up. All right, 2 down, 2 up. For example, okay. Maybe let's just say this one wasn't there. All right, 2 down, 2 up. 2 down, 2 up. That's a 2-2 reversal back up. Okay. The guy I was working with just on the one-on-one session, where it was just a lot of questions about failed twos. All right. So we're here on the weekend shift. We want to look for hammers, shooters, inside bars. This hammer gives me a reason to plan the trade. All right. This hammer gives me a reason to plan the trade. This shooter gives me a reason to plan the trade. All right. This lets me know sellers are coming in. This gives me a reason to believe this is going to go to the lows. All right. This shows buyers are coming in. This gives me a reason to believe the buyers are coming into this stock. All right. And they can become a lot more aggressive. So I'm not speaking against failed twos. I'm just saying it can be. I think it's starting to get a little confusing for people out here. All right. So nothing bad. Nothing bad. Whenever things get confusing, remember we go back to the basics. All right. The basics of the strat. All right. We want to look for those hammers, shooters, inside bars. All right. All right. That's it for, let's see here. That was it for last week. Let's clean this stuff up. Now we'll leave that one. That one was good. We'll clear that one. BK. We'll leave that. Leftovers. Citigroup leftovers. Now see, this is a possible 2-2 reversal back up above 244.13. The magnitude would be, will be 260.05. All right. But I'm not going to put this on our watch list. You can put it on yours, but I'm not going to put this on ours because I want to look for those hammers. Okay. Just to simplify things. All right. Shooter on coin. We'll leave it. FTNT did its job. Halliburton, no. More like a doji. I was going to say Momo Hammer, but more like a doji. IBM. Doji. Coca-Cola, shooter, we'll leave it. McDonald's, nothing. Mondelez, 2-2 back up. No actionable signal for next week. MO, no actionable signal for next week. It was good. If you're still in that, that's okay. PTC, I know we just went through all these, but I didn't clean it up as we were going along. That'll be a day. So good. So good. All right. And then I guess we'll leave the hammer on waste management. Will it get above? Will waste management get above 221.43 and keep going? All right. Will it get back into this level of reclaim here and get back up to 237.25? That's the question. The first target is 226.75. All right, but we want to see if it gets all the way back up to 237.25. That's what we need. Okay, that's what we need. That's it. That's my time for what happened last week, and then let's go into actionable signals for this week. Again, we're going to be looking in healthcare. All right, we in the tank. We are in the tank. Let's go down healthcare. Let's look for actionable signals in there. Healthcare insight on the week. All right, insight on the week. So we can either go up above 158.08 up to 160.52, or below 155.46 down to 153.01. Okay, if you got tickers you want to look at, go ahead and put them in the chat. You got tickers you want to look at, put them in the chat. Oh shoot, I always have an issue doing this. You see that little, let's see here, maybe we can do it like, yeah, see this little guy right here? This little guy right here, super chat. There's some big ones in there. There's some little ones in there. If you use a super chat, I stop what I'm talking about and talk about what you want to talk about, okay? Talk about what you want to talk about. But anybody who's got tickers you want to look at for next week, put them in the chat. We'll look them up. We'll look them up. Letter A, inside on the week. Inside. Oh, no, that's 2 up. All right, so here's another failed 2 situation. A lot closer to going 2-2 reversal back down above 139.90. All right, if you want that, that's fine. ABV, no actionable signals there. BTA, nothing. ABT. Momo Hammer on ALGN. It is 2 up on the month, but we're looking for those inside weeks. AMGN Hammer and an inside week. Looking for the 312 up above 332.49. The magnitude is 342.35. Okay. All right, so we're definitely putting that on the list. Backs. BAX2 down on the week. BDX. Nope. BIIB. Nope. Bristol Myers. Bristol Myers. All right. Possible 322 back down below 55.17. The magnitude is 52.09. 52.09. BSX to the lows. All right. Shooter on CNC. Could be some profit taking. It is 2 up on the month. Below $44.81, that shooter goes in force down to $42.70. Okay, could just be profit taking. Hammer on coup, inside on the month though. Okay, let's see if this goes 322 back up above $84.36. Not a lot of magnitude here. Let's see if it gets through these guys and gets up to 89.94. DX, DGX, DHR, Momo Hammer. Ew. It's 2 down on the month, but in red. Shoot. Let's see if that goes above that, above $86.18, and gets through just these guys here, okay? Up to $78.99. Shooter, inside bar and shooter on HCA below 466.12. All right. Magnitude here is 461.80. HOLX shooter on the week. Not really strong on the month either way. 74.83. The magnitude is 74.51. Humana shooter on the week below 269.06. The magnitude is 263.33. Okay, it is 2 up on the month. It's not really strong either way, but we'll see what they want to do. And someone asked me, what do you mean? Well, let's see what they want to do. Meaning, we have a possibility. All right, we have a possibility. For example, a shooter in inside bar on ILMN below 140.71. The magnitude is 133.84. Let's see if they want to buy it or they really want to sell it. That's what I mean by let's see what they want to do. I am Bino, got some tickers in the chat. All right, we'll get to those. Inside on the week for INCY below or above 108.32. The magnitude is 112.34. Or below 102.82. The magnitude is $99. All right, looking like it wants to take out the highs, honestly. IQV inside on the week. Let's see if that goes above 244.65 or below 237.15. Probably closer to taking out the highs. Oops. ISRG, no actionable signal. Johnny John did its job last week. Wow. Johnson & Johnson. LH, good. MDT, let's see if that goes below $95.81 or above $99.33. Looks like it wants to take out the lows for a 312 down. All right, let's get some of these tickers in here. Someone said, he said, give me SLV. He said, give me SLV. Still good. All right, full time frame continuity to the upside. It did slow down on these daily charts, but no actionable signals here, okay? No actionable signals here. Still good. If you're in that, you can hang in there. Hang out in there. Tesla inside on the week and a shooter. Let's see if that goes in force below 435.23. The magnitude's 425.50. All right. Really close to taking out the lows on the month below 423.77. Tesla. Looking like it wants to take out the lows there. He said, give me BTC, Bitcoin. I don't know if I can look at that on this, but we'll see. BTC, no, this is some, yeah, okay. All right, BTC. All right, 2 up on the month. Make sure that's on your 2 up on the month list. 2 up on the week. No actionable signal for next week. You do have a hammer on the daily chart if you want to stay in there and see if it keeps going. Man, you put a lot of tickers in here. You said put your tickers in there. He said, check. Got you. I got you. To the highs. SOLS. No, this is the wrong stock. All right. SOL. I'm not seeing SOL. All right, not seeing SOL. AVGO. AVGO, no actionable signal for next week. All right. Again, we're looking for hammers, shooters, inside bars. He says all of these are on my watch list. Okay. So AVGO, not really, no actionable signals here, okay? All right. No hammer, no shooter, no inside bar. If you're in that and you're, and it keeps going to the highs, you're going long, you can stay in that, okay? You can. Let's go back to healthcare, looking for those inside weeks. Region does not have one. MRN, RMD, nothing. Skyler, all right? Inside bar and a hammer, trying to go for a 312 up above 367.56. The magnitude is 371.10. That's not a lot, but it could get back through all of this. All right. TFX to the lows. Now I am going through all these manually. All right. You're going to watch other people, and they're already going to have a bunch of stuff on their watch list. All right. That's good. That's good. I want you guys to see, going through it manually is fine. All right. We put a lot of emphasis on scanners. It's okay to go through these manually. Watt below 382.98 for 212 down or 212 up above 401.30. Okay. X-ray. All right. Not doing much. ZBH 22 down on the month. Not doing much. Okay. What's up, Sand Dollar? Sand Dollar is in the house. He said I'm in the wrong stock. That is hilarious. We do have our 2 up on the month list that we could go through to look for some more actionable signals. Here's the things that we're tracking that are 2 up on the month. Okay. Let's switch the order of these. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we're looking for actionable signals on the week. If you have tickers, put them in the chat. I gotta learn how to use the TradingView scanner for sure. Yeah, so when you're using the TradingView scanner, it's a little wonky. All right, you're not going to be able to put in like 2 up on the week or 2 down on the week or inside bars. You can do that here on TrendSpider. All right, you could do that here on TrendSpider. I got a Strat Soldier Easy setup scanner. You set up the you pick the time frame, you pick the actionable signal, let it go. All right, let's go for inside. Inside bars on the 2 up on the month list, okay? Scan. So we have some. All right, we don't have a whole bunch, but we got some. COP inside on the week, 2 up on the month. So that's either going to go 2 up above 102.07 or below 94.75. All right. Not a lot of magnitude here. You're just trying to see if you can swing trade this thing for through these months, okay? And honestly, if it opens up inside, it's probably going to open up inside week next week. So you have some time to wait on COP. Texas Instruments, okay. Ford, after a really good run last week, Ford inside on the week looks like it wants to go 212 down below $13.58. The magnitude's $13.21. They really want to kill it. All right, here's your days. All right, now when we're talking about people are using scanners or scripts to show, like, let's see here. Let's go to our smart checklist here. Smart time frame, full time frame continuity checklist. This one definitely shows green on the month, red on the week, red on the day, red on the 65, right? For the whole thing as red. But they'll look at the year and go, okay, the year's green, the quarter's green, the month is green, so the higher time frames, it says it's green, so we should be good, right? To go long. Well, you need to look at the week, and you got to look at the days, and you got to look at the 60s, okay? The 60s show you what's happening right now. The dailies show you what's happening today, all right? And then the weekly shows you what's happening all week. There's a lot of people with scanners down. There's nothing wrong with them, especially people on TradingView. They have a scanner that's right, or not a scanner, but a checklist right here. They're only looking at one time frame, and they're looking for arrows up and down and green and things like that. And that's okay. That's okay. But you're going to see a lot more opportunities and a lot of other things if you have all 4 time frames up. You'll be able to see, okay, this is definitely red on the week. They're definitely selling on these days and these 60s, okay? Maybe it's not a time to go long right now, okay? Maybe it's not a time to go long. And if I did go long, time to find a way to get out of this. Texas Instruments. Texas Instruments. 2 up on the week, shooter on the, 2 up on the month, shooter on the week. Let's see if that goes to force below 187.37. The magnitude is 177.41. Wow. All right. To the lows, if they want to take that down. Now, it is 2 up on the month. It could open up at 191.51 and go straight up. How does the Strat protect us? If we want to go short, we have to wait for 187.59. If it does not do that, we do not get in. We don't start shorting that thing. All right. If it goes straight up, don't worry about it. If you're already going long on that, that's good. That's okay. He said, give me USO. Can I look at the USO? Yes, I can. 2 up on the month, shooter on the week. Wow. All right. For a possible 322 back down below $70.40. The magnitude's at 67.39. Ooh boy. Oh boy. All right. They might want to be taking them back down. All right. IRBX, IBRX. All right. They're the highs. No actionable signal here. It is finally above $55.52. So it's no longer a penny stock. If you're in that, Kent, that's okay. That's good. It's good. All right. It's still good. What you don't want to do is let these guys get this all the way up to, don't let these guys pump and dump this thing. All right. let's say it gets up to $7.47 and then they just bring it back down like they did here. They got it from $1.78 all the way up to $10 and then they dumped it. All right, make sure you're moving your stops up. Be careful here. All right, be careful. Careful. Hasbro toys inside on the week. Let's see if they go in force above $87.10. The magnitude is 89.23 or below 84.83. The magnitude is 82.82. Okay, He-Man and Transformers. IQV inside on the week. Let's see if that goes in force below 237.54. The magnitude is 222.33 or above, which is 245.15. Not a lot of magnitude here, but what you'll be doing is try to create a winning position in that to continue riding that up the top of the broadening formation. Okay. All right. Trying to get back through this retracement trade here. Trying to get back through, okay? That's what we're trying to do. Merck doing the work. Merck doing the work inside on the week. I do have a position in this, not a very large position, all right? But I do have a position on this inside on the week. Let's see if that goes above 111.73 or below 107.43. That is also healthcare, and this is hammer in force on the year. Hammer in force on the year above 107.48. The magnitude is 139. Excuse me. The magnitude is 134.65. All right. 134.65. Hammer in force on the year. Those macro videos are going to be a lot more fun now that we have stuff to look at. Let's see here. Kent comes in and says, give me T and K. Think, right? Think. THK? Nope. Maybe he was thinking, oh, thanks. That's hilarious. He said thanks and I thought it was a ticker. He said thanks and I thought it was a ticker. All right, physical silver. Again, silver, full time frame continuity to the upside. You do have a Momo hammer on the day. Let's see if that goes in, excuse me, not a Momo. Well, yeah, it is a Momo hammer because it's up through here. But anyway, hammer above $29. Let's see if that goes in force above $29.61. The magnitude is $30.58. Okay. All right. Brent, what's up, Brent? How is Trend? How do you like it? Let me know. Did you get those scanners uploaded and all that other stuff uploaded? So no actionable signal for this. It's still going good. What's it doing on the year? I'm sure it's green on the year. Yep. All right. To the highs. No actionable signal for next week. How's TrendSpider treating you, Brent? ON inside on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above $61.94. Looks like it wants to keep going. Not a lot of magnitude there, but let's see if we can get it above. Let's see if we can get it to 63.79 above this level of reclaim right here at the top of this one. Okay. Weekly signals. All right. Sand dollar. He said EVTV. EVTV. That sounds like some kind of handheld device or something like that. EVTV. Environmental technology. Envirotech vehicles. Okay. 2 up. Oh man, this is $3. This is a penny stock, man. What are you doing? This is a penny stock. What's up? Zay is in the house. What is going on? How you doing, Zay? Man, we are scraping the bottom of the barrel looking for signals, man. We are scraping the bottom of the barrel looking for signals, mostly healthcare. Right now we're going through our 2 up on the month list, trying to look for actionable signals in there, but not a lot going on out here. Valero inside on the week. Let's see if they want to keep that going above 190.24, or if they want to drop it below 178.53. It is 2 up on the month, so we definitely want to see if the buyers keep buying. All right, the buyers keep buying. BE, Brent said BE. Brent said uploaded the scanners, got it in the car. Got the car. Said had opportunities to get into TrendSpider like I'd like to. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry I brought it up. My bad. My bad. BE 22 back up. 322 back up. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're okay. 322 back up on the week. Sorry about that. 322 back up on the month. 322 back up on the month. Here's your 2s up on the week. All right, got back up top of this level of reclaim here at 149.53. No actionable signal for next week, but this is still good. This is still good. What is this? Energy stocks. Okay, 2 up on the year. It's been doing great. What's it doing on the quarter? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. OKLO for next week. That's what Sandollar says. OKLO for next week. Inside on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above 108.05 or below $90.16. Okay, it could go either way. It did go 2 up on the month, but came back in just a little bit. Do they have earnings next week or something? Why are we looking at that one? It is inside week though. That's why. Definitely want to clarify that one. And then healthcare inside on the week. We know that. We know that. So looking at the stock market as a whole, stock market map as a whole, it's really mixed. All right. It is really mixed. So we're not, it's not getting killed, but also it's not really, they're not buying a lot. All right. It's really messy out here. Apple to the lows. 2-2 reversal back down on the month. 2-2 back down on the month. We know about that. Okay. All right. So we could even go Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner, and we can look for inside 2 down on the month list. Inside weeks. Same thing. So I guess this is kind of silly to look for. Let's look for shooters, because they can go either way. Inside bars. And usually, as you can see, it pretty much picked up the same stocks twice. That's 2 up on the month list. Let's go inside. Hold on. I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. 2 down. 2 down. All right. All right. I see what I did wrong. All right, if we're looking for short and stuff and the market goes to lows next week, here's some stuff for downside. ADP, inside on the week. Looks like it really wants to go to the highs though, above 265.78. 2 up on the month. Even though we got this on the 2 down on the month list, I need to fix that. Maybe it's 2 down by like a penny. Campbell Soup, inside on the week. Campbell Soup getting destroyed. Let's see if they want to take that below $26.01. Campbell Soup getting destroyed. All right, again, we're just looking for things to short if the market goes to the lows. 312 down on Dell. Dude, I'm getting a Dell. Really? Anyway, 312 below. Possible 312 down below 118.32. Gen 2 down on the month, inside on the week. Let's see if that goes in force below $26.03. The magnitude is $24.50. I want to wreck that. IBB. We already talked about this one. That's the sector as a whole. This went scenario 3 on the month. All right, it took out the lows and the highs. Now it's outside month. Okay, and we have a Momo hammer, so they probably want to take it above 102.05 and back to the highs. Two down on the month paycheck. All right, paycheck getting murdered. Do they want to go 312 up above 114.31 or below for 312 down below 109.33? That's the question. Honestly, it looks like it's pointing more to the highs. Any more tickers? We got 5 minutes. Also, if you have questions about the strat, put them in the chat. If you got questions about the strat, put them in the chat. Brent says BE makes its own energy through a chemical reaction. Oh, we got some Spider-Man stuff going on over at BE. Okay. Makes their own energy through a chemical reaction. I'm sure that is very safe and clean. No, it's got to have something good about it, or else it wouldn't have been a company, right? ASTS Space Mobile calling no drop calls when you're talking to grandma from space. 2 up on the month, 2 up on the week. Here's 2 up on the day. Full-time frame, well, here's your 60s, all right. The first hour was full-time frame continuity to the upside. No actionable signal for next week, but man, ASTS Space Mobile has just been rocking since August 2024. All right, since August 2024 when they told me about it at $2.95, and I was like, let's wait to see if this gets not a penny stock anymore, and continues to not be a penny stock. So that's awesome. BE will work well in data centers. Okay, good. I like that. You guys are doing your research. Tractor Supply. It is 2 down on the month, but it's green. Let's see if we go 312 up above $52.07. Let's see what they want to do. SLOV, possible 312 down below $79.40. Let's see if they really want to wreck that thing. Inside bar. Brent says we can't build power plants fast enough for data centers. You're right. So that could be good for them. Could be really good. Really good. So let's go to the weekly watch list. This is what we got so far. We have a lot on here after just digging through stuff. A lot of healthcare. Okay. A lot of healthcare. We got some leftovers from last week, like ARC, Citigroup. We got some leftovers. We got some new things if we want to short stuff. So we got a lot more to look for next week. That's good. That's a good thing, because the week before, man, it was bare bones, all right? So when I said scraping the bottom of the barrel, yeah, we still are. We're still just kind of scraping around trying to find stuff. That's why we started looking at inside weeks, all right? So if you have TrendSpider, I'm updating your weekly watch list right now, updating on your side. Booyah. All right, let me get out of this tank. All right, now I got it. That's a little better. Helmet hair did better. Brent says Canada won't let data centers take off if the grid they are on the grid. They have to bring their own power if they want to build data centers in Canada. Oh, they won't let them take energy off the grid. That's smart. That's smart, because it's messing up our energy bills over here. It is messing up our energy bills over here big time. All right, I know everybody knows that. That's why everybody's pushing back against them. All right, so those are our signals for this week. Again, most of them healthcare, so we'll be looking at that. And then we got some stuff that's 2 up on the month to see if it continues to the highs. And we got some stuff 2 down on the month if the market goes to the lows. All right. We really don't want to do this domino effect thing, all right? So if it's green, we're not looking for it to go red, all right? If it's red, we're not looking for it to go green. we want to trade within time frame continuity. If it's red on the month, red on the week, red on the day, I'm looking for more red on the 60s or the smaller time frames to work that to the downside. All right, I'm not trying to buy things on a smaller time frame to see if it triggers a higher one, to see if it triggers a higher one. Like, why are you playing that domino effect crap here? All right. Thank you so much for everybody being out here. Brent, Sand Dollar, Zay, thank you so much. Kent, I am Brony, thank you. I'm Bino, thank you, Bino. Sand Dollar, Terry Baker, Dub Jones, Marlon B, thank you guys for everything. Thank you for being here. Again, check out thestratsoldier.com. I'll get us weekend shift watch, I'll get a Strat Camp webinar up there. If you are looking for daily watch lists on what's happening in the market, and then also a watch list for next week, check out the membership section of this YouTube channel. All right, check out the Weekend Shift crew. They get daily videos of everything that's going on, and then the Strat Warriors, they get macro videos and coaching sessions to include everything that's that the Weekend Shift crew gets. All right, so Ryan, thank you for being here. This is a great show. Great show. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.